Hello and welcome. My name is Kai Lindbrugger, and today I'd like to introduce how to use window TipTronic fittings in SchüCal. So we talk about these two subjects, how to select the TipTronic fittings, and I also like to show you the different kind of settings using the TipTronic. And for that I go directly to the SchüCal, and I've prepared some examples. And using the unit 01, I would like to show you the basic settings of TipTronic. And using the other units, I will show you the special features of TipTronic. So we are working in the profile system AWS 75SI, as you can see here. And if I click on the opening, you see here I've prepared a top light. And here you've got the type of operation. Now it's set to standard. And you can use the TipTronic by using this drop-down menu and see what the vent frame does. If you click on that, the vent frame also changes here to the valid vent frames of TipTronic. So that means you can just see the TipTronic articles now here in your article dialog here. And the special thing is about you've got a groove here for the cable and also the special fitting groove for TipTronic. And as you can see, it's also possible for block systems here. These are also special vents for TipTronic. Right, what else is different to normal fittings? You've got the different kind of fitting types here. You can see it's a TipTronic Simply Smart 170, and if we open the drop-down menu, you can choose from the different kind of fittings here. You've got the basic TipTronic Simply Smart 300, 400, 600, and 600 drawbridge, as well as the security classes RC2 and RC1N here. The difference between the 600 and the 600 drawbridge is the 600 drawbridge that has the chain drive at the side, and so that's the difference here to the 600. So let's choose the 300 basic TipTronic Simply Smart 300. 300 means that is the opening width of the TipTronic. If we click on that, of course, you get the water tightness and the fitting colors. Now it's set to silver. And you got the fitting options here. Let's go to this first, to this fitting options. And depending on the selection of the fitting types, you get the different kind of fitting options. SK2 or SK3 to 4 means these are different security classes. If you go to this, to the submenu here, here the valid options, that is automatically type 2. These are the responsible for the locking pieces. SK means security class, and you can choose from the cable link connector with different kind of cable length in your building. And here you also got the VDS classes. These are also the monitoring classics for opening and closes, and you can choose between B and C here. There might be that there are also some invalid options just for your information. As you can see, depending on the size and also the weight, you cannot use the type 1A, which is also shown in our catalog. Right, the finger trap protection, SK2. So that means you get the sensitive cord here for the anti-finger trap. And the fittings here can also be used without any handle, as you can see here. The fittings are already calculated, so it might be that the switch is already installed in the wall. So, but you can also use the handle or the switch here from our catalog. The window handle, you find them below additional colors because we have pre-selected silver anodized handles or switches, and these are stainless steel. You can choose them, the rocket switch, and you can define here the handle position of the inside. For SHEVS, which means smoke and heat and exhaust ventilating systems, a separate opening to 203 is intended, and we will create another unit to show how that works. And here you've got different kind of messages at the top. You see here, essential for the fabrication, you need a certain tool. So if it's the first unit you use with TipTronic, you need these tools. That's just a reminder for us. And there's also an important note: windows must be closed in rain or wind forces, therefore. So you need a certain rain sensor in order to close this window automatically. That's just to remind you that it's recommended to use this. Well, if we close this item now, then we can go to the next unit. That is unit 2. It's a sight-hung window. And here you've got also the option inward opening, type of operation. It is TipTronic. And if you go further down to the fittings here, you've got the different fitting types. Also with the opening with 200, 300, and 600. And TipTronic Simply Smart SHEVS for NRWGEN and then the EN number. So basically the use is as I have shown this before. You've got the fitting colors here. Again, the anti-finger trap protection and the fitting options. Here you can see that is the type 1 because it's a small window. And also you've got here the monitoring of opening and closing, VDS class B and also VDS class C with cable link connectors and also the cables. So if we go to the fitting options or handles, it works the same as I explained before. It might be that it's already a switch is installed at the wall. So that is nothing special about this. Now I close the item and now I go to my next unit, that is the turn tilt window. Again, selecting the opening type, that's a turn tilt left window. And here you've got the basic TipTronic Simply Smart with an opening width of 250 and also the security class, the burglar resistant RC2 or RC1N. Again, the fitting colors here, you've got the anti-finger trap protection, and the fitting options you see here. Again, it is type 1 with cable link connectors and also some monitoring stuff of opening and closing. So if you take a closer look to the handle inside, if we go to the submenu, here you've got the handle for this, and the handle is inside with a rocker, and the tilt function is automatically operated as the turn function needs to be operated manually. So in this case, TipTronic just unlocks the turn opening lock. I've prepared also an outward opening that is here, the unit number 4. It is a projected top hung window. If you click on that, you've got the projected top hung window, also type of operation, of course, it is TipTronic. And the vent frame is an outward opening vent frame. And if we take a closer look to this section here, you see you need to use an outward opening outer frame in order to get the TipTronic for the projected top hung windows. And this kind of opening is only available in the profile systems AWS 65 and AWS 70, and not, for example, for AWS 75.SI. All the other settings, as you can see here, are the same as I have showed you before. You've got the fitting types here, the anti-finger trap protection with or without the sensor strip, and also got the different kind of fitting options. And that is here regarding the stays. So only one option is here available. The 248.408 is the stay of the projected top hung window. You got all the fittings here. You see that here, projected top hung stay. That is the article number, which is shown here on the left-hand side. And you got all the fittings you need for the projected top hung window, including also all the fixing screws. Let's open here the fitting types, and additionally to the basic TipTronic Simply Smart 300, you can choose from the opening width, and also the TipTronic for SHEVS is available for this projected top hung window. Coming to the next unit, that is my unit 05, which is a bottom hung window, profile system AWS 75.SI. And if we select this opening here, that is a special kind of opening here, 203 for the smoke and heat ventilation system, bottom hung window. That is a special kind of opening here. And let's also take a close look to the fitting types. As you can see here, you've got the Simply Smart SHEVS, NRWGEN, or you can also use the drawbridge for this, and also a smoke extraction following evacuation. And the difference between these two are the different maximum glass weight and also the sizes of your opening. And here, according to the pre-selection of the fitting types, you get the SHEVS opening width you can choose from. So these are the different kind of opening width you can choose from. It might also be that you can use a user-defined opening width, and according to this selection, the opening span is automatically calculated in SchüCal. That's the reason why this value is faded out. So if we go to the next option here, you can choose from the different types here, security class, and also here the monitoring of opening and closing the VDS class B, and also C might be available depending on your construction. So that was the small introduction here we have for the TipTronic. So for all the other systems in combination with TipTronic, like sliding units or some AWS 114 added into the facade, please see the videos suitable to the system. I mean, we also got a video for sliding units and also for facade systems, and there you will find also an example of the opening types with TipTronic. For now, thank you for watching this webinar, and I hope you enjoyed this and the information is helpful for your daily work. So thank you for taking part, and for today I say goodbye and auf Wiedersehen.